Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm talking about buying comic books. I'm scared to buy comic books right now. I had the opportunity recently to buy a Marvel Spotlight 5 on Instagram for $1,475. This book was a CGC graded 6.5 with a custom label, the first appearance of Ghost Rider, Johnny Blaze. Earlier this year in June, this book had a sale of $2,950 and $2,650. This book has decreased over $1,200. I'm scared to buy this book. I'm scared to buy any book right now. The comic book market is in a state of turmoil. And I don't know what's going to happen. What is the comic book market going to look like in 6 months? See how much this comic book market has changed just since June. It's terrifying. We are in a situation where keys have completely gone cold. Books that we thought were basically bulletproof have decreased in value, almost half of their original value. I have the money, I have the funds to buy this book, but I can't do it. A year ago, I would have pulled the trigger instantly. I would have been all over this book. But now I'm in a holding pattern, even for major books that I want. I mean, I have a want list of books that I definitely want, but it's just, I cannot pull the trigger on some of these keys. Many of my biggest keys and some of my best books in my collection have been bought within the past 3 years. I would say on average that my collection has decreased in value by half. I think I've lost about half of the value of my collection. And just saying that out loud is terrifying. It's disturbing, really. At that time, a year and a half ago, you were in a situation where you didn't want to wait 6 months because the chances are that book was going to increase even more within 6 months. It was truly a FOMO situation, which I think the entire community experienced because it seemed like there was no end to the growth of these books. Now we're in a situation where I don't see an end to how far these books will go. So with the example of the Marvel Spotlight 5, this is a Bronze Age key, 1972. These books are definitely out there. In this condition of a book, a 6.5, yeah, that's a really nice grade in that book. If you guys have watched some of my previous videos where I've been hunting and gone to these conventions and shows, if I had bought that book at for example, that Cincinnati Comic-Con, I would have paid $1,800 for a 5.0. When I had the opportunity now to buy a 6.5 for $1,475 with a custom label. I mean, it's terrifying. The jump from a 5.0 to a 6.5 is significant. As I was preparing for this video, I'm not going to lie to you, I was a little depressed. I woke up the other morning and was just looking at some books and seeing some values of some books before I went to work. And I had like a moment where it was like so much of what my hopes and dreams were for my collection, my desire to sell some books, to improve other books, like in grade or get bigger keys. I mean, those hopes as of right now are not possible. Is the comic book market crashing because of the audience's dislike for the MCU? Is the comic book market crashing because we are in a recession? I don't know if we're out of it right now, but it feels like we're still in it. Is it crashing because of inflation? Or are we in just a lull right now because we are around the holidays? Every single year, we come to this same situation where people are spending their money on their family, on gifts, on getting ready for travel. They're not putting money towards collectibles and comics. It's very likely it's a combination of all those three right now, and it's kind of a perfect storm situation in these last couple months. Many people are saying now's the time to buy. It's a buyer's market. And I hear what you're saying. You're seeing these prices go down, but how far will they go down? I mean, yeah, you buy in on a key, but are you feeling good about it when within 2 months your value of your book has lost $200, $300? I mean, that is an unsettling thing to me. And obviously, we as true collectors, we still want the thing. I mean, we still want the book. It's just, it doesn't make you feel good when you've bought something and it's cheaper, $300 cheaper 2 months later. That feels bad, man. I'm seeing some sellers on IG, especially like the high end guys, their prices are still COVID prices, post COVID prices. I mean, a lot of these guys are, and honestly, I kind of like laugh looking at this because I'm like, who's buying this? Like, I mean, I know there's hot shots out there. I mean, it's like the Heritage Auction guys. I mean, those are the guys that are like crazy overpaying for books because they've just got FU money. But it's like, I don't know how these Instagram sellers that are sitting on hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars of books are going to get their return on their investment, or going to see like any of these books sell for even close to what they're wanting. I had an opportunity to go to a comic show a couple weeks back in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was going to be a situation where it was a comic show focused. It wasn't going to be one of these Comic Cons. And I turned it down. I ended up not going. And the reason being is a couple of reasons. One, I was afraid of being discouraged. A lot of these comic dealers, obviously they have the finger on the pulse somewhat of what's happening in the community, in the market, in the community. But I can pretty much guarantee, I look up at those wall books, I see those books, and they're the wrong prices. They're some of those guys still have, COVID, post-COVID prices, and then some of those guys are behind a year, 6 months. And I mean, I realize, it's difficult to keep updated with prices, but to buy anything in person, like at a show right now, as opposed to buying something on Instagram or eBay or some of these other online opportunities, I think is foolish. I think going to the convention, it would have been fun. Or going to the show, it would have been fun. It would have been an opportunity to make a cool video. I know you guys love watching those videos, but it's just, I don't feel like I would have left. I would have probably either overpaid for something, like a book that I would see, and then boom, I'd buy it, and then I'd overpay $500, $1,000, whatever the case may be. Is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to drive 5 hours or 4 hours there? The gas, the fuel, the food, potentially staying the night, going to the show, and then overpaying for something to come back home and then to buy, have the opportunity to buy it online for cheaper. It's just, man, I just could not swing it. I just couldn't accept that. So I'm kind of in a situation where, what have I learned? What have we learned as a community? And what did the COVID boom teach us? Well, I think the one thing it taught us is patience. I was going to make a video about this, just a standalone topic, but I thought that this would be a good opportunity to talk about this in this video. Patience is key in collecting. And I have an issue of not being a patient person. Mom always said patience was a virtue. Well, I have not been patient in a lot of the things in my life. I'm kind of like a go-getter. And that kind of goes the same way with a lot of the purchases I've made. A lot of my books, I should have been patient. I should have waited just a little bit. A lot of my books I've gotten great deals on. I'm not going to sit here and say that. A lot of my raw books that I've got and then got graded, I've done very well on. But some of my books, I have definitely overpaid. And nobody is immune to FOMO. Nobody is immune to the fear of missing out. I think the discerning collector, the guy that's in it for the long run, is feeling really good about himself right now. He saw the boom. He saw it basically was an unprecedented event where we had this crazy boom with crazy prices. And the person that waited, the person that bided their time and waited, is sitting back, kicking his feet up, feeling like $1 million right now. 9.8 books that people bought as investments, which I'm going to bring out a book right here. This is the first appearance of Dr. Aphra, Darth Vader #3 from 2015. I do not care about Dr. Aphra. I do not care about this book. I bought this book as an investment opportunity. If you're watching this video, learn from me. Do not do this. Do not make this mistake. I overpaid for this book. and now I'm reaping the consequences. I am sitting with a book that I do not care about. I don't care about this character. I don't care at all. I'm looking at this book as an opportunity to make some money on my investment and put that towards a book that I really wanted. And I'm now trapped with a book that I've lost money on and I don't care about. It sucks. A lot of the guys, you know, the crypto guys, NFT guys, they're probably like sitting here, if they're watching this video, they're probably laughing. They're like, man, this guy, you know, we were right. Your comic book investments have failed. Well, have you taken a look at the crypto market? Have you taken a look at the FTX fiasco? I mean, it's just, nothing is safe right now. No investments are safe. No collectibles are safe. And to think that the comic book market is untouchable is foolish. That's why it is so important. Let me stress it again. Buy things that you actually want and care about. Do not buy this. Do not buy a book that you were just trying to flip and just trying to sell to try to make a profit. It's not going to pan out well, and then you're going to end up with a book that you don't care about and that you've lost money on. Take it from me, don't do it. There are some positives though. I feel like this has been a negative video. This dip has kind of exposed some people that are not real collectors. The flippers, the resellers that have made this their scheme, that have done this to just take advantage of an opportunity, they are being revealed, because I've seen several people on Instagram selling their entire collections, done with it, kind of tired of the community, or tired of the game, tired of the community. They're out of it. They're gone. Do you see how this is a positive thing? We're getting more people out of the hobby that are strictly in it to resell, to flip, to make a profit. They're not true collectors. They're not keeping things for their personal collection. They're literally buying things to try to sell back to you at a higher price. This is exposing those snakes. Now, I'm not immune to this. This is part of the game. This is a situation where I'm trying to sell a book to fund something else. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys that are buying just to resell everything. They're being exposed. These people are getting purged from the community because they see it as, oh man, we got to get out now. This is the sky is falling, the market's crashing. Well, once those people are out, that's just better for the true collectors. So, see ya. I can understand we are at this low point in the comic book community. But I want to say, guys, have hope, have faith. It will bounce back. I don't think it will ever get back to what it was. I mean, maybe years and years down the road, but hold fast, stay tight, be careful with your money. Just because we've got a little dip right now, it may go even farther. It may dip even a little bit farther. Hang tight. Guys, I want to hear your guys' opinions on this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If at any point in time you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you like this video, subscribe for more. Take care.